All right, if you're paying any attention to the tech world, you know the ground is absolutely shifting under our feet in California. New AI regulations are changing the entire game. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack a brand new, and I mean critical role that's popping up to help everyone navigate this new world, the California Certified AI Compliance Officer. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your organization's AI actually California compliant? Because in 2024, this is not just some tech nerd question. For literally any organization using AI in the Golden State, this is a fundamental question of survival and, frankly, responsibility. And let's be clear, the stakes for getting this wrong, they are incredibly high. We are not talking about a simple slap on the wrist here. Noncompliance could lead to absolutely crippling fines, really costly AI incidents that just shatter public trust, and of course, significant legal trouble under this growing web of new state laws. And that really gets to the heart of the issue here, what we're calling California's AI Compliance Challenge. You see, it's not just one law to worry about. It's more like a complex, overlapping minefield of regulations that organizations are now forced to navigate. And look, this isn't some far-off, maybe one-day problem. It's happening right now. Laws like SB 942, which demands transparency in AI systems, and AB 3030, which is all about AI in healthcare, these are already on the books. And that has created this massive, immediate need for a totally new kind of professional, someone who gets the tech, the law, and the ethics all at the same time. So, the big question is, how are organizations supposed to deal with all this? Well, a new kind of leader is stepping up to fill that exact gap: the California Certified AI Compliance Officer. So what exactly is a CCAICO? Okay, think of them as the super specialized expert that an organization really needs to have on speed dial. These are certified pros, trained from the ground up to lead AI compliance, manage all the risks, and handle the tricky ethics of regulation, especially for the unique worlds of healthcare, nonprofits, and public agencies right here in California. Okay, but where did this role even come from? And what makes it so different from other certifications? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the pretty unique organization behind this whole thing. The certification comes from a group called AI Care Against 247. And the crucial detail here, the thing you really need to know, is that it's a California nonprofit public benefit corporation. Its entire reason for being is to help other organizations get a handle on AI governance that is not only legally solid, but also affordable and equitable. And this focus, it's written right into their mission. You can see it's not just about ticking boxes for legal compliance. No, it's about fundamentally putting the rights of underserved communities first and baking things like equity and transparency right into the DNA of AI systems. So what does that nonprofit model actually mean in practice? Well, it means a huge, tangible benefit. Because they aren't driven by profit, they can offer their training and certification at roughly half the cost of commercial alternatives. And that just blows the doors wide open, making this high-level expertise accessible to organizations that might have been priced out otherwise. And this chart, it really lays out the core difference in their whole approach. You've got the commercial side, which is often focused on maximizing profits and grabbing market share from big enterprise clients. But then you have this nonprofit model, which is geared entirely towards public benefit, fairness, and serving the very organizations that need this guidance the most, like nonprofits and public health agencies. All right, so we've covered the why behind all this. Now let's get into the how. What does it actually take to earn this credential and become one of these new AI compliance gurus? Well, the training is incredibly rigorous. We're talking about a 12-module deep dive. This is not a high-level skim. Candidates get into the weeds of specific California laws. They learn a dedicated code of ethics, they practice how to audit algorithms for bias, and they even master planning for AI incidents, including California's critical 72-hour rule for reporting data breaches. That's a huge one. And this is not some weekend course you can just breeze through. The path to certification is seriously demanding, and it's designed to create real experts. First, you have to master those 12 modules. Then you have to pass a monster 177-question exam that's modeled on the same kind of rigor as the state bar exam. After that, you submit a portfolio of practical work, and only then do you get publicly listed in the official registry. It's a whole process. So what you end up with here isn't just a tech person or a legal expert. The whole point is to create this essential liaison, this bridge They're a professional who can stand right at the crossroads of technology, law, and society, making sure that AI is actually serving the communities it's supposed to be helping. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second because this whole initiative is way bigger than just a single training program. AI Care Agents 24/7 has really built out a complete ecosystem to support this entire new field. You see, the certification itself is constantly being fed and updated by an ongoing AI policy research program. This research covers everything from legal analysis to equity impact, and it ensures that the curriculum and the officer's knowledge is always on the cutting edge of what's happening in California. And this isn't just some certificate you hang on the wall either. It translates into real, viable career paths. The program lays out clear roles, from analyst all the way up to a CEO track, with salary equivalencies that show some serious earning potential. Get this, even the way these officers get paid is unique and tied back to that nonprofit mission. They use this IRS-compliant stipend system that splits revenue 50-50 between the certified officers doing the work and the nonprofit's ongoing operations. It creates this really cool sustainable model that rewards the experts while also fueling the organization's broader mission. And all of this brings us to one final really big question. California often leads the way when it comes to regulation in the US. So as we watch this brand new profession take root, you have to wonder, is this just a California thing? Or are we looking at the blueprint for an essential new role that every single state is going to need sooner rather than later? Something to think about.